Hey, Robin. I always do these like spur of the moment, don't I? I woke up this morning a little bit irritated, and Lee is trying to take a nap. So I thought, why don't I just hop on live and talk about it? So that's what I'm gonna do. Bailey's back here in the shower as usual. By the way, do y'all know how brave you have to be to get on the internet without a stitch of makeup on? That's true bravery right there. This is the poor Lee. This is what he gets. But okay, hold on. I'm actually getting ready to go see my lawyer today about disability. I have an appointment at 2. I gotta go do that. So, alright. So I'm gonna tell you why I'm irritated today. I thought that, let's see, how long has it been since my accident? October will be 2 years. And I feel like I handle all the emotional stuff really well. I don't dwell on anything, like like I'm doing really well with it. Until somebody says something. Like, I have found out recently that little comments here and there that people make that have nothing to do with me get me so triggered and so pissed off. And I don't know if that's normal or I'm super sensitive or if it's like I have a legit reason to be a little bit pissed off. So I'll tell you what did it for me this morning. Y'all know those girls like you went to high school with or that you know as an adult who are like fake nice? Like their posts on social media are all about God and family and Jesus and just like you know them in person and you know that they're really like a mean girl type in person, but their social media is all, it's just fake. That's one thing about me. I am not for everybody, and I realize that, but I'm not fake. Like, what you see is what you get. I'm gonna tell you like it is. And I mean, I'll try to be respectful about it, but that's just me. I'm just honest. But so back to why I'm irritated. There's this girl who is in healthcare, and she has joined a multi-level marketing company. And if you don't know what that is, those are like LuLaRoe, Roden & Fields, Monet, all that kind of stuff. Prove It, what else? Plexus, It Works, all those. You know, the girls that are just like, that's their whole personality. Well, she's one of those. And she's in healthcare. So when she joined this company, she blocked me on social media because I have talked a lot in the past about how those companies are predatory and I hate them. I think people that are in them oftentimes unintentionally they take advantage of women, especially like stay-at-home moms or young women who are looking for a source of income, an extra source of income. Anyways, I won't get into all that, but so she blocked me because she knows that I have spoken out about it in the past. And someone sent me a video this morning from her social media. And she's going on her Facebook, posting a picture with an IV in her arm and being like very dramatic and saying that she passed out at work. Okay. But then she, goes on, she takes it further. And she goes on to be like, I thought that I was dying. And she goes on this monologue about how she was like, okay, Jesus, I'm ready for you. I wasn't expecting to go this early, but I'm ready for you. And she, like, this whole monologue about how she's dying. And she really thought she was dying, and how that's not. I have some thoughts on that from someone who actually knows what it's like to be actively dying more than once. I don't talk about this a lot because I'm not trying to get attention, like, look at me, look what I've been through, I'm so strong. Like, it's not about that. So I don't talk about like those moments very much. But when I heard this monologue, after what I've been through, and how she was using that, her passing out, as, she was knocking on death's door, it shouldn't have. I mean, it shouldn't have bothered me, but it did. Because I call bullshit. I have been actively dying 3 times. 3. All from that accident, and all about 2 weeks apart. The first time was with the initial accident. The second time was 2 weeks later when I had hydrocephalus that went undetected and my brain started to herniate. And that's when I got the trach and drilled into my head and all that. And then 2 weeks after that, hold on. And then 2 weeks after that, I had been fighting pneumonia because I had aspirated a lot of blood and vomit, and then I had been on the ventilator for so long. So I was dying from pneumonia, and they told Lee again that I was probably not gonna make it. And all those 3 times, I vividly remember how it felt to be dying. And it's not at all like what this girl is posting about on her social media so that she can be a influencer and recruit people on her team. It's so scammy, and it's so just gross and icky, and most people won't think anything about it. I probably shouldn't even be on here talking about it, but my husband is asleep and I need to vent. Each one of those times, not once was I thinking about, an afterlife, or even really the fact that I was dying. Because what happens is, for me, I can't speak for other people, but for me, my body and my brain go into like this fight or flight scenario where I couldn't think about my kids. I couldn't think about my husband. Yes, Caitlin, I'm very anti-MLM. So hopefully you get, I hope, I'm just now seeing comments. My Wi-Fi is terrible, so I don't know if they're just being slow or what, but so I hope that I hope that y'all, what I'm saying makes sense, because it does in my head. But I remember the crash. Okay, good. Okay, so I'll keep talking then. So with the crash, it was instant, right? So I knew that I was I knew that I was gonna wreck, and I literally had like a split second to process that I was gonna crash. And that's the last thing I remember before the impact. I never knew I was never aware. I have no memory of the actual impact, of the actual wreck itself. Um, I just remember a split second before, and then when I woke up on the ground. So I remember that, and even then, not one time was I thinking about an afterlife or even my kids or my husband. My brain, like, it didn't allow those thoughts. I think because your body is just in like a fight or flight type thing, and it may sound selfish, but I wasn't able to think about anything. All I remember thinking was, this is really bad. And then the second time, when I had the hydrocephalus, again, there was never any thoughts of an afterlife. There was never, I never thought about my husband or my kids. I don't think that my body was able to, because it was dying. Like, actually dying, not fake dying for attention. And having lived through all of that, to see somebody using stuff like that for their recruitment and making up a fake near-death experience, or what they thought was a near-death experience, oh, it hits a nerve. Oh my gosh, it hits a nerve. And then the third time, when I had pneumonia, I've talked about this before, they lied to me. I couldn't breathe, and I was panicking because I couldn't breathe. Well, I couldn't breathe because I was dying of pneumonia, but they didn't tell me that. They told me that it was anxiety, and so I felt crazy. But I distinctly remember the feeling of not being able to breathe, and it felt like air hunger. Like, you would take a deep breath, but the air was like, the only way I know how to describe it is like the air I was breathing in, it felt thin and empty, and it was uncomfortable. So when I saw that video of this nice girl using a syncopal episode as a near-death story, and you know what? She may have really thought that she was gonna die. I'll give her that. She may have thought that. But I'm telling you, from someone who has actually been dying multiple times, it's not at all like how she described. Your brain is not able to process anything outside of trying to live. It's like when you dive in a pool and you run out of breath, and you're not thinking of, you're just trying to get to the top to get that breath. That's what it's like. And it's horrible. And it's not something that I have really talked much about. It's not something I want to talk much about, but and I think that I'm past all of that for the most part until I see something like that. Thank you, Jane. And then the other thing that happened recently that got me, which I saw if you watched my last video I did, whoops, I accidentally went a little bit too much there. my last video I did where I was talking about the other nice girls that came at me on Facebook about the LGBTQ stuff. And that comment where Angie said something about how, you know, maybe I cried out for God during my freak accident. Like, I'm not mad at her about that, but that was super triggering for me, weirdly so, because I would like to think that what other people say does not affect me, and for the most part it doesn't. But when it comes to my accident and the things that I went through and the things that I experienced, I do get super sensitive about it. And it just, I don't know. So I guess that's what I'm struggling with a little bit today. Maybe just some residual trauma that I don't feel like I normally walk around like dwelling on it at all. But apparently when somebody brings, they can be talking about themselves, but something they say can trigger me like that. And I wish that that didn't happen, and maybe there will come a day where that won't happen. But obviously I'm not there yet. I don't know if I can talk and do my eyes at the same time. So, are y'all like, those of you that are on here, am I like being petty or dramatic, or hey Christian, um, am I being petty and dramatic, or does it make sense? I'm curious. And you can totally tell me, Christy, that's a you problem, you know, or is that, I don't know. I'm not in therapy anymore, so I guess since Lee is sleeping, he had a bad night at work, but I guess since Lee's sleeping, that y'all are my husband right now, and I need you to tell me, yes, your feelings are valid, that's shitty, or you're being dramatic. Okay, so there's two of you that, okay. And there's a chance that this person might see this, which is fine. I don't care. Nobody knows who I'm talking about except for that person. So, you know, if you want to send me some nasty grams, you go right ahead. And Caitlin, I can definitely see where somebody would think I'm being petty and dramatic. Like, I get it. But major yeah, maybe that's what it is. Just PTSD, and I don't know. So yeah, I can't even like, I'm so, right now I can't like, hold on, I gotta put my mascara on. I think this is the first time I've done my makeup on a live. No, second time, because the last time I did my makeup on live, I forgot to put concealer on, and I had these huge like dark circles. I don't think I forgot anything. If I did, y'all tell me. Well, I don't know who you are. Go. My moderators aren't in here. Ow, that hurt. I think he's gone. I have not considered that. I haven't felt like hold on. I really haven't. Dang it, y'all see what I did? I honestly haven't felt like I needed anything. I did go to therapy for a little bit, and I've recovered really well, and life has been, I mean, it's been hard, but I don't know, I feel fine until there's like an outside trigger. Then I get like, I hate the word triggered. I think it's very overused, but I don't know of a better word. I do hate saying that though, but I feel fine. I don't dwell on it. In fact, when I go to sleep at night, you know what I'm thinking about? Camping. I'm thinking about camping, or I'm thinking about a YouTube video that I want to make, or I'm thinking about all the things me and Lee are going to do together now that he's not at the fire department anymore. So it's definitely not something that consumes my every thought all day, every day. It's not even something that prevents me from doing anything. It's just sometimes somebody will say something really dumb, or they'll go on this poor me monologue, and then I get triggered. So I know that's a me problem. Cause I'm not trying to say that like my problems are the biggest problems ever and nobody can compare to me. I'm not saying that. Like, everybody has problems. Everybody goes through hard times. I'm not being insensitive to that, but I just think her little monologue was disingenuous and thank you, Judy. That's very sweet. It's just that the nice mean girls. I hate those type of people. Like, they're the ones that have all the friends and they get all this engagement on their social media, but when you meet them in person, they're shitty people. It's like that. And you just want to like expose them, but it just makes you look bad. I, on the other hand, have always spoke my mind, and it has not always worked out in my best interest. And that's okay. I'm not for everybody. I don't make the best first impressions. People always think, because I'm very socially awkward, I'm shy, and I have a resting bitch face, and so I don't give off good first impressions. I'm aware of that, but I don't even know what I'm trying to say. And I can't say anything to that person, or I can't like go on my own Facebook monologue, because then that would make me the petty one, which I guess exactly what I'm doing here. So I don't really know. This is lovely. Yes, Kaylin, thank you. That's exactly what it is. Like, I just felt like it was fake and disingenuous, and it was for attention. And oh, I just gave y'all a nice view of my armpit. I'm sorry. Bailey, I don't know if you can hear him, but he's laughing. How about the person that sent you the video reciprocate and send a video of your shower? Well, that's fine with me. I don't care. You know what's funny about it is I probably won't. Nothing will come, because I haven't named a name. And this person, if she sees this, knows that all I have to do is share screenshots and she's exposed. So, I'm glad you were here for me too, Judy. Y'all are my feeling husbands right now. It's gotten hard for me to, so it's hard for me to blow dry my hair because, like, raising my arms up like this, it aggravates everything in my neck. So I've been letting my hair air dry and letting it be a little bit wavy. Lee says it's not his favorite hairstyle, but hold on. But it's easy because it hurts. Anything I have to like reach over my head for, it really hurts everything in my neck. So we're just gonna go with the air drying. Maybe it'll look okay later. So, hey Mary Bell. I actually had to block somebody this time. I was looking for your name and I knew you weren't on here, so I had to go in and block some spam something. But I was, yeah, I was just about to wind down. I had to come on here and vent a little bit. Hopefully I won't get any nasty Facebook messages, but if I do, I'll be sure to share them because I'm really am not trying to like cause drama or start drama or anything like that, but it really got under my skin because her near-death experience was, in my opinion, glamorized and romanticized for clout, and my near-death experiences, actual near-death experiences, were not glamorous, not romantic, not something that I want to ever relive again. And that post just so I talked about it, I got it off my chest, and I appreciate you all for listening. Lee and I are gonna go live tomorrow night. I'm gonna create an event. We're gonna go live tomorrow night and talk about all of our new changes and our plans for the future and some changes on the YouTube channel. Basically just boiled down to, I want to pivot a little bit with my content. I want to pull back a little bit, and instead of focusing on putting out, yes, I'll leave it up, Mary. Instead of focusing on just getting content out regularly, I want to take a step back and kind of document more our camping journeys. And we just bought a camper and I want to do a video on it and show you all our camper. Hey Vicky. Yeah, I'll leave it up. You can rewatch it. It's just me being mad. That's all. Thank you, Kaylin. I never thought I would be one of these people on social media, like going live and talking to people that I don't personally know. But that's one good thing about YouTube is it's got like this community feel to it, and I love that. And I think it's been needed, especially for people like me who had physical obstacles, and it gave some like emotional support. Okay, well, you can go back and watch it and let me know if I'm being dramatic or it makes sense. But anyways, I'm gonna go see my lawyer here in a little bit and get this appeal process moving for my disability, and then we've got some stuff to do, and either Lee's coming in here or one of my kids. I just heard a door. Hey, come here. Say hello.
Hello. Who are you talking to?
YouTube.
Oh, okay.
It's live. Hey, I told them that you were sleeping, and something that happened this morning, I'll tell you about later, made me mad, and I couldn't talk to you because you were sleeping. So I was talking to my YouTube. They say hey. Mary says hey. Judy says hey.
Hello. I got a little bit of a nap, so I'm trying to get a few things done.
Where are you going now?
They're here in Cass. Gonna make a few phone calls.
Okay.
Where's that information from the camper place?
That piece of paper I'll hop off and I'll get it. All right. Now I'll go talk his ear off. And then he'll be like, Christy, you shouldn't have went on YouTube and talked about that, but sue me. Oh, and speaking of sue me, I ain't heard shit from Angie. So, all right. Bye, guys. Have a good day. Lee and I will be live tomorrow night. I will create an event. So turn your notifications on and come sit with us there. Thank you for listening and love y'all. Bye.